Todd, it was a heart stopper. I mean, what's your initial reaction after such a thrilling win on such a big day?
Oh, look, I think for the most part we were probably the better team, to be honest. Went to sleep for 15 minutes in the second quarter and, gave up 6 or 7 goals and didn't compete. But I thought for the most part when we competed, we certainly had more looks going forward. So that connection piece, which has been, definitely a work in progress in the first part of the year, was pretty good, and kept them to low inside 50s again. Probably conceded a bit too much score than we'd like, but showed a bit of courage too. Started well, and then were horrible for a bit, and well down at half time, but fought their way back into it. So look, we'd certainly take the 4 points and move on.
What goes through your mind when you're a coach in the dying minutes like that, when the opposition's having multiple attacks inside 50, and then they get a shot on goal that could put them in front? What's going through your mind in the coach's box by that point?
You can't really do much, to be honest. You just got to rely on what we've trained. So, I didn't think we had a lot of luck in the last couple of minutes with, a few things didn't go our way. But, look, that's footy. They missed a shot at the end. We hit the post 5 times during the day. That's footy.
It's a great day, isn't it? To see a big crowd here, to see a good game between these two rivals. It's probably the closest game, or it is the closest game we've seen between these two teams, and the most competitive for a long time. Is it great to be part of it? Is this why you get involved in footy?
Well, look, it was certainly good to be a part of. I don't know how many were here, but it was a pretty big crowd. Yeah, it was a pretty big crowd and a bit of noise around, and both teams had their patch, obviously, where they were going okay, which is good for the people watching. But I think it was a pretty good game to watch. Didn't enjoy parts of it, but overall, hopefully everyone that came had enjoyed it and then want to come back.
The part you didn't enjoy was the second quarter, but after half time you intensely seemed to lift, and you seemed ready to make up for that and get yourself back into the game. How did you turn that around?
Well, look, I think our first quarter was really good too, to be honest, and then lost our way and came out and they lifted, which is full credit to them. And we were pretty ordinary for the first 15, 20 minutes of the quarter, and the last sort of 10 minutes before our time we sort of were able to hold on a little bit. And really, it wasn't anything major we did. It was just compete and, tackle. It's an easy game.
What did you like? When you sit back and reflect on the game, I know it's still pretty quickly after the game, but what did you like about what you saw?
I think we moved the ball a lot better. Although we looked pretty solid behind the ball for most of the time, defending, which has been our strength all year. But with so many probably changes and a lot of those midfield and head of the ball, our connection to ball movement is probably definitely the area that struggled. We've been able to either generate inside 50s but not score, or it certainly looked a bit more fluent when we moved the ball today and had some shots, and didn't kick as many as we would have liked, but we'll keep improving. We think we're going to build and get better. Like everyone, it's been a really disjointed start. That is sort of in combination with the COVID stuff, a lot of new players. For the first time that I can remember, we had quite a few surgeries at the end, so we had some delayed start, and then you get to pre-season practice game phase, and then COVID hits, so you sort of miss out on that. So I think most clubs have struggled a bit with the connection and been able to get consistency with selection. So, we're like every other club, we're no different. So, but we've got some young boys playing that haven't played a lot. Hamish Free, Kelly today, Colburn and Green could have played Colts. Blake's first game for the year. We've got some young blokes. Archie hasn't played much with us yet. Cuneo hasn't played much with us yet. So, there's a lot to like. I thought, Miller really stood up. I thought Kelly stood up in the second half, Bletchend, but we're even. So that's generally when we go okay.
How important is it to get Blake Schlenschog back into the team? Because just having his presence there, obviously he's going to get better for the run, but just having that versatility of having him, he played back today, but you can throw him forward. How important is it to have him back in the team, and how nice is it to have him healthy again?
Oh, look, really good to have him back. He's disappointed that he's missed more footy than he probably should have. But he's a good player, good ball user, good decision maker. Not sure about his haircut, but he's happy with it, so I guess that's all that matters.
You talked about the challenges so far. I mean, you felt that as well. You had to miss a game as coach, which is far from ideal as well. How challenging has it been all season, but especially the last 2 or 3 weeks?
The last couple of weeks, not too bad. It was sort of round 2, 3, 4, leading into the first bye was probably the most. We sort of had 6 or 8, seemed to be 6 or 8 every week, and a couple in the morning of the game, and just couldn't get any continuity. And then it's, I guess, learning about how they come back afterwards and getting all that sorted. So, look, it's been learning for everyone, but got really, got huge confidence in our coaching group here and our playing group that, whilst I couldn't be here, I knew that everything would roll along. So, yeah, really pleased. And, yeah, it was an important win, and 6-day break and we go again.
And hopefully get some more bodies back too. Hopefully your captain's back for next Sunday. He's certainly hoping to play, and hopefully you're over the worst of it now. You can start to try to get your best team on the park.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah. So 6-day break this week at East Perth, and then a 6-day into Perth, I think. So, but it's a good opportunity. Don't mind the short break sometimes. Sort of play, freshen up, train well, freshen up and go again. So, get through games quick, and the aim will be get through some wins quick.
Good luck.
Thanks.